So now we have gotten some information for DLC 2 within Call of Duty World War II, and I'm going to go ahead and cover what is to come for this DLC and what to expect. Let's get right into the video. Now, let me go ahead and address this at the beginning of the video. This announcement of DLC 2 was expected by many fans for a few days now, but it wasn't the news that we were hoping for. As many of you know, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is being rumored to be released this year in the next month of April. Some rumors are speculating that it might be campaign only, some are claiming that there will be a multiplayer mode. I really don't know what's going on anymore whenever it comes to this game, but recently, sometime last week, an individual by the name of Kevin Kelly, who is a part of Activision, was on his live Twitch stream, and someone asked if there was going to be a big announcement coming soon, in which he said yes, and that it'll be sometime this week. And the next thing you know, DLC 2 was announced for World War II. So is this what Kevin really meant when he said that they were going to have a big announcement coming out this week? I'm not really too sure, because DLC 2 is something that we all knew was going to come and happen eventually, so it's not really a big announcement. But then again, it could have also been him just trolling by calling it a big announcement when it really wasn't, which would actually be really cool, seeing how so many people were actually looking forward to hearing something about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. So does this mean that we are going to get any news about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered? I personally think we might, but not anytime soon. My best bet is that it might happen towards the end of April, and that the quote-unquote April 30th release date might actually be just the pre-order date. But once again, this is all just me speculating on what could happen. Anyways, moving away from that topic now, let's focus on what is actually happening, and that is DLC 2 for World War II. This DLC is going to be officially called the War Machine DLC. Within this DLC, we are going to be receiving 3 new maps, which by the way are all going to be brand new, never before seen maps, which is great to hear. We are also going to be getting a new war map, as well as a new chapter for the zombie storyline. Basically, it's going to be the same thing that we got for DLC 1. So now what I want to do is go ahead and go through each of the new maps that we are getting. The first one is called Dunkirk, in which the description reads, players will face off on the sands and beachfront boardwalk of the French seaside city Dunkirk. This map features a large, open and dangerous beach area flanked by tight interiors through the buildings lining the beachfront. Sniping can be effective here, through aggressive running and gunning can also pay off, so keep sharp and watch your angles and surroundings to win the day. Next, we have a map named Egypt, in which it says, for the first time in Call of Duty World War II, we're bringing players to the battlefields of Northern Africa in the Egyptia periods. Players fight in and around the ancient ruins of Giza with landmarks that you're sure to recognize. The map features an interior temple in the center that heats up during intense domination matches with more open exterior lanes to either side. There's something for everyone, as all ranges and playstyles have plays to call home here. Finally, for the last standard multiplayer map we have, it's going to be called V2, in which the description says, welcome to V2, a rocket development and test site located in rural Germany. V2 is a tight, ultra-fast-paced map that never lets up for a moment. The launch tower sits at the map's center, providing a focal point and an opportunity to grab an elevated sightline on unsuspecting opponents. Short to mid-range engagements are dominant here, with fast and furious gameplay throughout. Don't blink. Moving on to the new war map, this will be called Operation Husky, where the mission is to join the Allies in the invasion of Sicily, one of the major blows against the Nazi war machine. Under the cover of darkness, gather and transmit intel on sensitive enemy ports, and then take to the skies in a fighter plane to protect bomber squadrons on their way to destroy the targets. And last but not least, the zombies community will receive a new map called the Shadowed Throne. This brings our heroes into the heart of Nazi Germany to confront a desperate and murderous regime. Berlin is burning, and Dr. Straub's monstrous army is hellbent on purging his city of the Allied invaders. Join Marie, Drodston, Olivia, and Jefferson on their descent into madness in a city warped with terror, blood, and war as Nazi zombies step out of the shadows of history. Overall, these new maps do look really interesting, and I love the fact that they're all brand new and never before seen. I mean, yeah, it's cool to see old maps being remade and brought back once in a while, but it shouldn't be happening for every single DLC we get in this game, seeing how we are technically only getting 3 standard multiplayer maps. Also, just to add this in, unlike DLC 1, DLC 2's 3 standard maps are all captivating to me. Seeing something iconic such as Dunkirk making an appearance in a location such as Egypt not being forgotten, and then having a map where the V2 rockets were developed and tested within Germany, pretty good collection of maps in my opinion. As far as the war mode goes, the one part of the description that reads, quote, then take to the skies in a fighter plane to protect bomber squadrons on their way to destroy the targets. That is the one thing that stood out to me the most, because does this mean that we are going to be able to board planes and maybe take out enemies above while other members of the team can go out and destroy these targets? That would be pretty legit in my opinion if that's the case, because it'll be a nice change from not only being able to use something like tanks, but overall it's just simply a much more fun thing that we can do within this war game mode. And even though if some people go out and say, well, this isn't Battlefield, this is Call of Duty, then again, this is something that really did happen in World War II, and it would be pretty cool to see how Call of Duty can actually use something like this within their war game mode. And overall, I'm just looking forward to see how it's going to turn out to be. And when it comes to the zombie storyline, I apologize because I really don't keep up to date when it comes to the game mode or storyline within World War II, but an additional zombies map is always fun, and it gives the zombies community something new to play, which is always a plus. But to wrap up things here, DLC 2 was basically announced. It's called the War Machine. It will include 3 standard multiplayer maps, 1 new war map, a new zombies map, and it will be available on April 10th for PS4 users first, and then about a month later for Xbox and PC players. Now, at the moment of recording this video, I haven't really gotten any word of if we're going to get any events, such as the Resistance event when we got the Resistance DLC coming in, but if there's any news that decides to come out real soon, of course, I'm going to go ahead and cover that as well on this channel, so be sure to be subscribed to the channel and click that bell icon for any notifications that might come from this channel. But on that note, you guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I just wanted to give a quick detail about what DLC 2 has to offer and what kind of news came out of it. Now, at the moment, I don't think we're going to get a trailer anytime soon. That's probably going to drop maybe next week. And at the same time, like I said, if there's going to be any kind of event coming out for this DLC, I'm definitely going to go ahead and let you guys know. But as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll never miss an upload, and follow me on my social media accounts to stay connected. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.